Hey everyone, Prep Girl here. So I just wanted to do a quick video, like everybody always says, I just want to do a quick video, to talk about something I notice people are missing in their preps, and it is tomatoes, canned tomatoes. Why do I think canned tomatoes are important? Well, first of all, they definitely have fiber, they have vitamin C, vitamin A, the antioxidant lycopene, which has been shown to prevent cancer. I'm not sure how worried you're going to be about cancer in SHTF situation, but I think it has some other health benefits like disease fighting too, so that's important. It also has iron, and just for the fact that it's being canned, it has salt, which is important. Actually, I did this video a couple times yesterday, and I couldn't get it because I've got a bad cold, but I just couldn't get it right, so I kind of gave up. And it's kind of odd because I was watching I won't say what show because I don't want to hear about it, but an alternative media show, and they happen to be talking about prepping and what kind of foods you should have in your preps and how helpful having some sorts of foods will be, and they actually talked about salt. Problem with salt is people think it's bad, and it is bad for the most part in our diet that we have it every day now. We are inundated with salt all the time. You know, you go to lunch and you get a pizza pocket or whatever full of salt. You know, you have bacon, tons of salt, and then you go home and you have a TV dinner, more salt. But if you're eating a natural, excuse me, my hair is just crazy. I'm sick and I have not been taking care of my skin as I should. There was no flat iron today. What was I saying? Oh yes, salt is an important nutrient, and if you're in an SHTF situation, your salt is going to be very valuable. I hope that you as preppers are keeping salt. I've seen several different ways to do it, by the canisters, buying the salt blocks, whatever. Just keep it. But if you can use a can of tomatoes to add to your pot of beans and rice, you are really going to do two things, which is first of all add salt. You don't have to add your own salt, at least not much. You can save that salt for other things like barter, making bread, those sort of things where you don't already have the salt in them. And it's going to add flavor. Now, I like to get a mix. I use the basil, garlic, and oregano, and I also get the kind with the chilies, the green chilies, and I think it has onion in it too. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, and I keep these in my regular, what I eat every day. And the way I prep is I keep, there'll be 20 of these or 30 of these, whatever I have, on a shelf, and I'll just stick my new ones in the back, and that way the old ones get pushed to the front, they get used in regular everyday cooking, and the old ones get put in the back. I eat what I prep, and I prep what I eat, and I've been working on that a lot more lately, and I'm going to do another video about that next, but I'm talking about this. It's also important that they have salt because that adds flavor, and then the fact that you're going to be getting different kinds. So say you do a pot of black beans and rice. That's really healthy, by the way. That's the perfect blend of proteins and carbohydrates. It's like the vegetarian superfood. I used to be a vegetarian, so I know about that kind of stuff. So beans and rice is the vegetarian superfood, but it lacks a lot of flavor. And if you've ever had beans and rice with nothing else in it, no salt or anything, it's disgusting. Try, one day just skip the salt in your rice or your beans and then taste it first before you add it. It's horrible. And yeah, you could probably survive for a while on it, but it's not something I want to survive on. So having a way to add quick flavor and salt and some nutrients and just like a pop of color and flavor is really going to be important, I think, in an SHTF situation. And also one more thing, it's great if you want to can your own home. I do that. Stewed tomatoes, whatever cut tomato sauce you want to do canned at home. But these are good because you don't have a high risk for bacterial problems, and the fact that they are stackable and really easy to, put around. And plus, they last a long time. These are good. These are good till August of 2013. They were bought last year, so you're going to have a lot longer shelf life. And I would like to say this. I know that tomatoes grow really fast, and so if there was an SHTF situation, there's a good chance that your first crop is probably going to be a ton of tomatoes and a ton of squash and those sort of things. My concern is that in an SHTF situation, people think that they're going to be able to go out and grow and hunt immediately. Now, if you live in a very rural area, great, you probably will. But if you're like me and you live in a rural area, there's a good chance that that's not going to be 100% possible. There are going to be people walking around looking for food. There's going to be people hunting for other people's gardens. And then once they figure out that you've got it, you're going to be a target. I've heard something about guerrilla gardening, and that's great if you can do it. But I'm not going to set myself up for a situation where if it's really bad outside and I can't get out there until those, I mean, it's sad to talk about, but until those first couple of die-offs happen, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep my family safe and stay inside. So that's what I suggest, having 6 months to a year of where if you couldn't really leave, that you'd be okay. And so that's where the canned food comes in, and the MREs and the dehydrated foods. But that's what I say, even though, excuse me, you'll be able to grow tomatoes, most likely, no problem. Just about anywhere they grow great. But just so that you have them and that you don't have to worry about going out and getting them is important. And this can really make a difference between being miserable eating a pot of beans and rice over candlelight, or eating a pot of, lentils with Italian tomato lentil soup, which is one of my favorites, by the way. And making it more like a morale booster. So think about those kind of things. And excuse me, I'm going to do another one about another prep that I think people are forgetting with food, at least. And let me know what you think. And if you have an item that's not essential, but you think that it's good to have, let me know. We'll discuss it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you.